Erika Kirk was on Fox yesterday, did a Barry Weiss interview. There's so much MAGA on MAGA criticism now. Tucker's at war with everybody, and there's accusations of personal accusations. The whole thing is a mess. But one of the most intense ones involves Candace Owens, and she has been on just this rampage since Charlie was killed with various conspiracy theories. And a lot of people in Charlie's world's attitude was, we're not going to take her on directly. She's way too combustible. We'll just ignore it, and her audience will hear it, but it won't go wider. But they've decided as a group, next week they're going to do a whole episode of Charlie's show debunking all these accusations she's made, these crazy conspiracy theories that have no substance. And in the view of Team Charlie, this is all just an attempt to get ratings and her anger over having been pushed away from Turning Point. Yesterday, Erika, in an interview, did not name Candace Owens, but everybody knows that's what she's talking about. Here she is on Fox yesterday.
Come after me, call me names, I don't care. Call me what you want, go down that rabbit hole, whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode, going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this, no.
You know, I have to say it. I've never seen you like this.
No, this is righteous anger because this is not okay. It's not healthy. This is a mind virus. Yes, I believe in our judicial system. I do. We have a hell of a team working on this. Excuse my French. But this is not okay.
Kevin, is this going to escalate? In other words, is there going to be a bigger, broader public fight with Candace Owens that might have some implications for her standing, or this is as hot as it's going to get?
I think it's just going to continue to build, right? There's a lot more questions than answers about the assassination, right? And you have all these folks that have trafficked in conspiracy theories and built their livelihoods on conspiracy theories. Some of them are now running, our Justice Department. But this is going to continue on, and they're going to be, and it's good for both sides to some degree, because a lot of the profit mentality is around sensationalism, right? And views and clicks and engagement. And, this just fuels Candace's, rise and her reach.
Does it, Larry? Is this good for Candace's business model to have this fight?
I mean, I suppose so. There's certain media personalities, I think you'd agree, Mark, that do better within the confines of a more strict broadcast guidance from either corporation or from the FCC or what have you. And she's in the wild, wild west now. And yeah, I mean, she lives and dies by each episode's downloads and this kind of thing. There's always an audience for it. So sure, she's going to profit from it, I suppose. It's just sad. It's lamentable. I thought Erika Kirk came across brilliantly.
Yep.
It reminds me, frankly, when my mentor and friend Andrew Breitbart died suddenly at a young age, not assassinated, but the conspiracy theories began immediately that he had been murdered, and I remember by the Obama administration, targeted by the CIA. It's still out there. In fact, me saying this right now, I promise you, in the comment section, or I'll get it hit on Twitter
100%.
by saying that, yes, Andrew Breitbart was murdered. And I remember Susie, his widow, and his children. His oldest, Samson, was 12, same age as my oldest at the time. It was devastating for them. I mean, imagine what it's like when you're a kid and you see things on the internet that your father was murdered by the president. It's awful, and it breaks my heart. And Candace should go to hell.
Yeah. All right. Well,
agreed. You got bipartisan agreement on that.
I think next week's going to be a really big deal. I thought they were doing the episode on Monday. That I think I heard
it's
Tuesday.
The 15th is when TPUSA is doing it.
It's 15th. Is that Monday or Tuesday?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, tomorrow's the 12th, Monday.
I think it might have been moved to Tuesday. But in any event, early next week.
By the way, and real fast, her influence, Tucker still has a lot of influence in MAGA world. I don't know how much influence she has at this
Well, she has influence with her audience. She's got massive
With her audience, but I wouldn't call it a MAGA audience necessarily.
I'll say again, I say again, if you've never done it, invest the time to listen to a full episode of Candace's show. Doesn't matter which episode. But you really need to understand. I say the same thing about Nick Fuentes. You really need to understand what goes on that show. Because whatever you think about it, it's wilder than you think, unless you've listened. Invest the time.
And by the way, she's a brilliant communicator.
She is. Very
yeah, she's pretty good.
And she comes off somewhat sympathetic too. Yeah. And so, a lot of her pontificate.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, Easier than a walk in the park. Hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and Two Way Tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.